Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute rustic wooden bee. Stay tuned and I will show you how to do it. Alrighty y'all, let us get started. So first off, what you're going to need, some of these wooden rounds from Walmart. I'll tell you why I have two packages here in a minute. You're also going to need some wire. Now this is 12 gauge wire. Okay, this is 12 gauge wire that I got in the jewelry making section of Joannes. So, you know, if you have just any kind of wire, whatever thickness you want to use, if you have a coat hanger, you know, you can cut pieces off of that. But this is what I'm going to be using because I wanted it to be black. If you can't find black wire, use whatever you got and just paint it. You know, it'll be all right. You're also going to need some paint. I have this black and yellow paint here, paint brushes, and I have some of these pie pans. I got these at Walmart because look at the texture. That is a wonderful texture for what we're going to be doing. Oops, I'll just throw it on the floor. It'll be all right. We'll clean it up later. Hot glue gun, glue sticks. Look in the description box and I'll have a link to where you can get some of this stuff. Okay, this wonderful, wonderful stuff. I'm also going to be using some of this E6000, the low odor. I love this stuff. I'll put a link for that as well. All right, so anyway, for our little bee guy, I wanted the body to be not so much round, but sort of like an oblong shape. And I was at Walmart looking at the packages of these, and some of them, they were round, some were sort of oval shaped, and that's why I bought these two packages. To see, this one is oval, and then this one is round. So I wanted to use this for the head and this for the body. So we're going to open it up and see what we've got. Let me see. Ooh, a bunch of different sizes. Well, that'll be cute, right? I think that would look pretty good. So let's use these two. All right, y'all got to go somewhere. Go over yonder. Whoopsie. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these together, and I'm going to use some hot glue to hold them together right now to give us like, oh, hello, to give us like an immediate hold. And then I'm going to be using some of the E6000 around that to really give us a long-term hold. And don't worry if your glue is going to show here, because I'm going to put a bow on it here in a little bit, okay? So I have my hot glue gun that I hope is hot. And let's see, because see, there's not going to be very much contact. You could drill holes and then take like a dowel rod and run between the two, but I don't feel like doing all that. So anyway, I'm going to put my glue right there. And then let's put this right there. And now let's lay that down flat for it to stick together. Excuse me. And then once that glue sets up, I'm going to take this E6000 and go in right in there. And then a little bit more right in there. Okay. To kind of hold that together. But anyway, now what I want to do is, I want to paint it. Let's go ahead and paint it. I was going to drill some holes, but I might wait to drill the holes when I get everything painted so I can, you know, really see where I want to put my wire. But what I'm going to be doing with this wire is we're going to be cutting pieces of it for the antenna. And I'm going to be taking my handy dandy crafting drill here. And I'm just going to drill some holes to stick the wire in, because this will be real difficult to try to glue that wire on, right? So I'm going to paint this black. And I'm just going to take the lid off like so. Because I'm like the world's worst when it comes to putting the paint in the lid. And I'm just going to paint this whole thing black. Like so. And I don't think I want to go to the very edge with this. And I don't think I want to be very neat with the edge either. I want this to be kind of rustic looking, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of taking it and just tapping it right up to the edge. Because I want you to still be able to tell, you know, that it's a piece of wood. I want this whole thing to be pretty rustic looking, you know? I don't want it to be all nice and neat. So I'm going to do that all over this piece for the head, and then we'll come back and paint this. All right, so I've got the top up there painted. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to paint the bottom. I'm going to paint the entire bottom yellow, and then we'll go back and just paint black stripes on top of that. I think is going to be the easiest way, the way that I want to do this. So once again, I'm just kind of going kind of sort of close to the edge, like so. And then we're going to do this all over this entire piece. Just paint the whole thing yellow. Now this yellow is a little thin. So I might have to do 2 coats on this. I'm thinking I will. I think I'm going to need to do 2 coats. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to paint this with the 2 coats, and then we'll come back and do some stripes. Okie dokie. So I put another coat on there, and I'm waiting for it to dry. That's not completely dry yet. But anyway, what I want to do now is we're going to paint some stripes on here, okay? And like I said, I don't want this to be like really, really neat. I want it to be sort of messy looking. You do it however you want to do. If you want it to be neat, you know, then you can get a ruler and draw your lines and all that. But that's not what I'm going for here. I think, oh, wrong paint, Amber. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of jostle this little line back and forth to kind of give it a rough edge, like so. Wait, where did that? Like that here, you see how it's giving it kind of like down there? I like that. All right. I might get like a really, really thin brush and just make, you know, a few lines. Like so. And I'm going to do this all the way down. All right, so now I've got this tiny, tiny little brush here, and I'm just going to dip it in this paint. Ah, that's too much. No, Amber, I need piece of paper. Danger, Will Robinson. All right, piece of paper. Whoopsie doodle. I got it here. All right, just kind of wipe some of this off, and I'm just kind of, you know, just kind of dragging it across just to give it a little extra something, something. Like this, like so. Okay, now we'll do the same thing up here, probably with just a little bit of yellow. There we go. All right, my little bee friend. Oh, we need to do some right there. There we are. All right, now we're going to do the same thing up here with a little bit of yellow. I think this paint has dried, I think. So I just want a tiny little bit of that. Ooh, I need to clean all that black off. Make it look okay. All right, that should be all right. Just kind of just barely brushing it on. Like so. Is this recording? Yeah. Like, did I even hit the record button? I don't know. All right. So just kind of do that just to give it a little extra something. And I'm going to do that over here as well. Alrighty, there we go. Try to move my chair around. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's try to do something with his little antenna here. This wire is very thick. Let's see if we can do something with it. Alright, so I'm going to move him out of the way and get my handy dandy wire cutters here. And I'm going to cut a piece. I don't know how long I want to cut this. I need something. I'm just going to use this paintbrush. You can cut it however long you want it. I'm just trying to get 2 semi-equal pieces. You know what I'm saying? Try to take this off. I don't want to take this off because I don't want the wire to... I have paint on myself. Alright, so let's try to cut that. Why are you not... Okay, doesn't have to be perfectly even. I just wanted to kind of get in the ballpark, okay? Alright, so with my drill here, as you can see, I already drilled 1 hole right here, and I want to make sure, yeah. Alright, that's big enough, so now I just need to drill this just a little bit deeper, like so. Alright, now let's see where else I want to put this other one. Let's see, so that'll be right there. I don't want to ever make things to be even. I want it to be a little lopsided, so right in there should be okay. So I'm just going to draw that there. And yes. I'm trying to hold this so that y'all can see it. Slowly. Don't put a lot of pressure on that. Because you don't want to like drill through your finger. All right. I told y'all the story about how somebody blessed me out because she hurt herself with a hot glue gun. So Lord have mercy if people use a drill the way I do and then, you know, they get hurt. All right. So we're going to take our E6000 and have that on standby because I'm actually going to glue these down in there. That looks okay. Yeah. All right. So I need something that is round. All right. Let's use this again. I'm just going to take this, let's go right about here, and I'm just going to take this and use it as a tool to wrap the wire around to make it sort of a curly Q, and I'm going to get all the way down here, and then we'll bend it, and then we're going to glue it in. All right, I couldn't get it to twist around the way I wanted it to, so I just broke out my needle nose pliers, and I'm just wrapping it around. Ooh, get in frame, Amber! So I'm just wrapping it around like this. Let's see. Let's do one more time. All right. And we'll just pull that off. All right, I got it off there. So now I'm just going to take these and I grab the end and just kind of pull it out a little bit. As I said, this wire is like really, really thick. But I want it to be thick enough, you know, so that it would show up. You don't want like the little tiny flimsy wire. All right, let's try to make that maybe a little bit different than the other one. I don't want them to be identical. Let's pull that out a little bit. All right, so now the holes that we drilled up here, what I'm going to do is open up this E6000. Why are you here? Just going to take a little bit and just dip it down in there like so. And then where did it go? All right, let's stick that down in there. I'm just going to use this piece of paper and just kind of, there we go. Just kind of take that off, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this other one. All right, how cute is that? And then I'm just going to let this little guy lay here for this to set up. Now you want to position this the way that you want his antenna. Just position it because then the glue is going to set up here in a minute. Now we can put legs on it, or we cannot, whichever way you want to do it. But for the wings, and I might put legs on it before it's over with, once I get the wings on and I take a look and see what it looks like. But anyway, these pie pans that I got from Walmart, like I said, I really like this, this design here. And I'm going to be using that for the wings. Go away. I don't like you. Get over there. So anyway, I'm going to take my scissors. I know when someone say, don't do that with your scissors. Oh well, I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm just going to cut the edge off here to make this flat, to make it a little bit easier to work with. So let me cut that and I'll be back. Okay, so this here is just a piece of cardstock and I just drew out a teardrop shape, okay? And that's what we're going to use as a template for the wings. So I'm going to take this, and you know what? I wish I had a marker. I wish I had a marker because that would make my life a lot easier, because I don't think this pen is actually going to want to write on this. And I'm just going to lay it here and just try to trace it out. I can barely see that. I don't know if y'all can, but I can barely see the outline where I just drew that. Like, barely. It's okay. None of this has to be perfect. That's what I like about these rustic styles, you know. Nothing has to be 100% perfect. So then we're just going to cut like so around here. And that's going to be our little wing. It's an itty bitty wing. See, we're going to put that on the back like so. So I'm going to cut out another one. Okie dokie. So all of that is cut out. If you have some tape, you know, just tape your template down and cut around, or you can hold it. But these are very slippery, so it wasn't holding in place quite like I wanted it to. But anyway, now I'm going to take some of this white acrylic paint and just like that, just to put a little bit of color on here. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. See, just Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I want that metal to, you know, really shine through. Why is there no paint? Here it is. Okay, like so. There we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. We're going to let that dry, and then oh lordy, I'm going to glue it to the back. I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue, just a spot of hot glue to hold it in place, and then we're going to put on some E6000 as well, you know, for the long-term hold, and that'll be it for the wings. Okie dokie. I'm still waiting for his little antenna to set up, but I have a piece of this this rope over here, so all I'm going to do is I am just going to tie a bow with it, and then we're going to glue it on his little throat. And that's going to be our little bow there. Okay, cute. Is that big enough? I think. I ain't rightly sure. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Now we're just going to trim off some of that, and then I'm going to glue it right there, and I'm going to call him done. I think that is utterly adorable. I really, really like this little guy. Now, why did I make this? What can you do with it? You know what? You can use it. You can prop it up in your tiered trays. You can use it as an embellishment on anything. I think he would be really cute on a wreath. In fact, I think I might make a wreath with this little guy. It's very versatile. You know, it's just very versatile. Why did I not paint a face on it? I don't want to put a face on it. I don't like faces on dolls and things like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm going to leave it as is. I think it's really, really cute. And I'm going to get a picture of it, and I'll put it at the end of the video. Y'all have already seen it at the beginning, but I'm going to do it again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!